As expected of all of us, Meghan and the Sugar Squad completely failed in their plan to take advantage of the Princess of Wales' Mother's Day photo to attack her. And the price to pay is high. Once again, a series of evidence pointing to Meghan's fake pregnancy and strangeness during Archie's baptism were unearthed. I will once again join you guys in finding something strange in that video. And howdy sinners, and welcome back to the Royal News 365 channel. As of now, the truth about Archie and Lily has not been announced. We know the two children are both in the line of succession. Their names were both stolen from two royal family members. And some rare photos are carefully edited. So I think Meghan and Harry need to clearly understand that if given the opportunity, we will definitely want to know the truth about the children. And that really happened. My circle is buzzing with controversial videos and images about two children. And looking back at the video where they first showed Archie in public, I thought it was so fake. The first odd thing about this video is Meghan. She looks uncomfortable, doesn't know what to do with herself, has awkward movements, zero interest in the baby or Harry. It's so bizarre. She's attempting to play a human being, and a new mother at that, yet it's an epic fail. Like she's so not connected to the baby. The moment she stroked the baby's head, it looked like she was desperately trying to form or force a connection with the baby, and it failed miserably. That's the kind of touch you give to other people's babies, yet not your own. That's now how you touch a human being who just spent 9 months inside you. This clip does not show a mother-child connection. You know, narcissists can't bond properly with their children. They lack emotional intelligence, and the children often experience a lack of connection and emotional neglect. Harry looks uncomfortable as hell. It's like they're not looking at a tiny little human they created. Not cuddling at all. You nailed it with no connection. I hate to admit this, yet it looks like it's a doll. I didn't even consider it at the time. Not moving at all. So carefully wrapped to not show even a cheek. Neither one is fussing or looking at it. What made me believe that they used a doll for this interview is that the baby does not move at all. Take a look at Louis' first photos from the hospital. Newborns may be sleeping, however they move. That baby Harry is holding does not move at all. It's a bit embarrassing to say this. Actually, at the time the video was shown, I was defending Meghan. Motherhood isn't always natural, and that doesn't mean someone is a narc or a bad mother. Looking back now, perhaps everything is quite clear. If you compare this with William and Catherine with George, the difference is glaring. William keeps looking down at his son. Catherine doesn't want to take her eyes off him, and she keeps reaching out to touch him. And of course, we see George's little hand. As for Meghan, maybe it's a real baby, not a doll. There is no connection between her and little Angle. She definitely is not connected to or bonded with this baby because she did not carry it inside of her for 9 months, nor go through labor to bring it into the world. This Archie baby seems like a stranger to them. Usually, even parents who have long awaited a child to love and to adopt show more connectedness to their baby because it was so wanted. She definitely looks recently pregnant, though. Her face is very full. However, her weight gain looks to me like it's from simple overeating instead of pregnancy weight gain. She never had that pregnancy vibe. She had 0 baby fat right up until giving birth. Then, she reappears looking much, much heavier in the face especially. I don't know if it's post-birth water retention or what yet. I've never seen anyone look so bloated in the face after giving birth. The next strange point is the location they chose to appear. Harry by the stables did tip you off that this was an unofficial announcement because the British royal family didn't want him using any palaces to make his alleged announcement. However, then he shows up 2 days later in the public hall with too low rent. Nobody media reporters couldn't believe that was any kid. It probably looked like a doll in person, as well as never moving or breathing. You were supposed to see the inside of a palace and think that was a big deal because she lied to say she just saw Prince Philip. No, she didn't. It was later pointed out to be the public hall, not the family quarters. They were avoiding these two numpties and they doll baby. They have no images of Charles holding said child yet, looking at it like he also can clearly see it's not real. The photo is in black and white, of course. It doesn't add up 5 years later except as a terrible fraud scheme. Meghan seems to have never liked kids or babies in the first place, much like her mom, who then wouldn't be much help except to hand the baby off periodically. Catherine went 6 months before she hired a nanny, so Meghan probably thought she could supermom it better than Catherine, however. Reality slapped her across the face. Meghan is emotionally unstable at the best of times, and birth plus a newborn was way beyond her capacity. She hired that Nigerian nanny in one afternoon, probably out of sheer despair. Makes it all the more admirable how outwardly calm and collected both Catherine and William looked as first-time parents, coming out of the hospital with George and having to face enormous crowds while answering questions from the press immediately. Hearing Catherine speak candidly about that moment was so admirable. She said she was terrified, and it was hard, yet she and William felt it was important to return the kindness of the public's well wishes and share that moment. She also said William was a nervous wreck about getting baby George clipped into the car seat correctly, and how he felt like it was a rite of passage as a man to be the one to drive his wife and new baby home from the hospital. I'm sure Archie exists yet. There were definitely shenanigans around his birth. I'm not sure the constant regurgitation of evidence helps, however. I believe we're getting closer to the truth. Everything gradually becomes clearer. She is fooling everyone and she needs the kids to appear in the line of succession. Even so, the way she expressed it was too clumsy. From the strange belly, the unusual size of the pregnancy, and the sudden weight gain to wearing a white dress when she had just given birth. Most of us understand that when we are born, there will be some waste in our bodies. Well, I won't mention it yet. I think most of us will want to stay away from a white outfit. She may like white or beige, yet I think in this case she needs to stay away from them. Or she simply has no reason to. Her major flaw, when it comes to her pretenses and guises, is that she has no grasp of appearing credible and natural. She always slips up so noticeably as to rouse suspicion and appear contrived. It speaks to her incompetence in acting, hence her no-list rating. Well, the strange point is what's next, thanks. Did you see that the baby in their arms disagreed from the beginning to the end of the video? A baby who is sound asleep becomes very limp, yet still wakes pretty easily. I don't know how far they would have walked to get to this hallway, nor if they were waiting in a separate room where the baby might have fallen asleep, however. In my experience, a newborn will awaken if you are walking around more than enough. When I watched this 5 years ago, I thought they looked so uncomfortable, and after 5 years, and all the lies they have told since, I am more inclined to say my gut was right all along. When the reporter asked who the baby resembles, every parent knows who their baby may resemble right at birth. So why didn't he say so, like he looks like my mom, or Meghan's dad, or her mom, or my brother? Something other than Meghan stating we are trying to figure that out. Really. And she didn't even look at the baby when she said that, and instead looked at Harry. Still a con job to me. It's very telling that Megs isn't the one holding the child here. She's always the one in control, and has Harry in the background as she charges ahead, Yet here she is, like the support act to my husband, and he holds the baby. She doesn't want to be the one who is caught with the doll, so she has Harry taking control here. This also frees up her own hands to cover Archie's head or face when the camera is on him. Have you seen the pictures of her taking a walk with Archie in the baby carrier when they were in Canada? The carrier isn't properly adjusted or buckled and is hanging off her shoulder. Archie is perfectly still the entire time. I think the kids are real, even though they have definitely used dolls on a couple of occasions, and I fully believe they used surrogates. What a catch! I don't remember someone whispering, "Is that their kid?" However, where it is, loud and clear. It is very bizarre that someone would question that at a press conference to introduce their kid. I was annoyed before because their mysterious imps had titles. Now I'm even more annoyed after everything Meghan and Harry have done. Back to the video. I love how Catherine is carrying all her children. It's as if Harry carrying the baby is a pro-feminist look, yet how come being a mother can't be feminist too? In Meghan's eyes, it's beneath her. She has to be a working mom. However, she's not even a working mom. She barely works 1 hour per week, and her alleged kids are being raised by nannies. All Meghan does is get her face contorted through plastic surgery and take those Ozempic shots for her future divorce narrative. Catherine is a mama, even though she also works and does her duty for the monarchy, and I think she'll work more hours once her kids become older and independent. It's a shame that she's still treated poorly by the media and press when it comes to her health problems. However, this is a clear event for us to clearly see the difference between Meghan and Catherine. After all, Catherine is still loved and protected by her people. And Meghan, get ready, everything you want to hide will be exposed more and more. And you? What do you think about Meghan's pregnancy and 2 invisible children? Don't hesitate to discuss this with us by commenting. My views may not be perfect, so I would be happy to receive your comments. And if you like our videos, please like and share so YouTube can recommend similar videos. If you want to receive notifications about the newest videos, please subscribe. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching and goodbye.